Hello, everyone. This is Federico Arellano. You can find me at um, Arellano Yao with double L and the Y. And I am very happy today because we're going to lead a very interesting conversation with a Nigerian entrepreneur. His name is Temitope, and he is right now with us. Hello, Temitope.
Hi, hello, how you doing?
I am doing very well, and I am very happy to get to know you. So can you share with us your full name and where do you live?
Okay, so my name is Olanikbekun Temitope. I'm from Nigeria, and I'm the co-founder of Bot City, an artificial intelligence company. Yeah, thank you.
That's that's amazing. So let's start with some questions about entrepreneurship. Of course, the first one has to be: how do you define entrepreneurship? What is entrepreneurship for you?
Okay, so for me, entrepreneurship simply means the ability to be an innovator or be a creator of something. Yeah, being able to stand on your own, just like being a monopolistic person, basically. So that what entrepreneurship simply means to me. Yeah.
That's amazing. I mean, when you relate entrepreneurship with innovation, that's amazing because you do not close the answer to people who start their own businesses or whatever. Actually, you can be an entrepreneur even when working in a company, right? Or even like running your own family or whatever. I think that doing things differently and the ability to change and to run things differently in an innovative way, it's amazing and I love it.
Yeah,
Um,
thank you.
talking about the Nigerian society, why do you think entrepreneurship and specifically what you do with your company is important to your society?
Okay, so one thing I know about entrepreneurship is being able to lift people out from unemployment. Yeah, in our society presently, especially in Africa, in Nigeria, there is a very high rate of unemployment, and the ability that for people to know how to do a lot of things in this country is very, very vibrant. A lot of youths are very, very innovative, very intelligent, so they practically handle and know a lot of things. So if I put myself in the picture, why I chose to do entrepreneurship was basically because I knew I could offer a service and not just offer a service, but actually be at the apex of offering that service. So I decided to jump into it majorly based on the knowledge of what I know as regards AI. So I felt like taking this role, building a company, will actually not lift me from whatever case of my employment status, but also reveal me to the world and create a solution to problems.
That's amazing. Um, I think that in most of the countries of the world, actually, Mexico, it's not an exception. Being an entrepreneur and run a company, especially when it's about technology, sometimes can get hard. There are so many factors in Mexico. For example, there's regulation. There's also like difficulties in some go-to-market strategies because not a lot of people in Mexico has like quick access, to internet. That's a huge challenge for us as well. But which are the main challenges? How hard has it been for you to run your company, and how do you face these challenges?
Wow, sincerely speaking, that's one of the biggest questions that tend to run through our mind in terms of the
Mhm.
fact that we are basically concerned about passing through various situations. Now, in this sense, I would say that capital is one of the biggest things, biggest challenge
Okay.
when it comes to running your company. Yeah. So, most of the time we have the issue of trying to balance up various levels of meeting up with financial needs. And this is the biggest challenge here. I run my company with my own money. Yeah, I run my company based on the salary I get from the company I work with, which
Wow.
is biggest challenge, and which I need to pay most of the people that work with me so that they can continue the work and also try to lead the company to a perfect place. So the biggest challenge presently is finance, not just um, workmen or not just positioning, but major challenge is finance.
That's very interesting. Which would you say are the main sources of finance for entrepreneurs in Nigeria? I mean, how easy it is to access, let's say, to angel investors. Even could be, this could be a great opportunity to meet investors from different countries. But how is the financing entrepreneurship ecosystem, um, like getting built in Nigeria. For example, is financial institutions like banks interested in financing entrepreneurs? Is there any investors club? Can you talk to me a little bit about this ecosystem?
Okay, yeah. So in Nigeria, we mostly have to meet up investors for sponsorship, and there are bigger hackathons that are actually hosted by big companies just for the purpose of assisting startups that are actually existing. But the major issue here, when it comes to the point of the ecosystem, it's somehow, will I say, not really structured properly. I wouldn't say not really structured properly because in this part of the world, in Africa, yeah, they don't really believe in things that involve artificial intelligence or these new technologies. They are still a little bit far back. So it's very hard for them to relate with things that are kind of advanced. That's why I see that
Hmm.
they,
Hmm.
they still call us underdeveloped countries. We are still trying to get there. But most of us, that our eyes has been open to new technologies, we are actually trying to bring the news and bring this relevance to the country at large. But that is practically what is stopping investors from investing. Whenever you bring a solution, they still need to think, relate the information to probably a senior person in the committee, and the person thinks about and be like, this is not what we are using presently in this part of the world, so let it just stay in that particular place. So I would say for me, as per the fact that I am pushing artificial intelligence, I would say it's not really something they buy, but not like they don't support. Once in a while, we still have some companies that want to invest in technological companies and want to help companies that startups that are actually involved in things of software development and data science. But the major challenge now is that there are not many. And when the finance level is choky, is too much on a particular investor, they just stick to some of the startups that exist, not generally everyone. So I think that is majorly how that's how the ecosystem tends to run here.
That's I mean, that's so familiar to me. Um, I don't know if you have heard, but me in Mexico, my first entrepreneurial idea, well, one of my first entrepreneurial ideas was a crowdfunding platform, right? Trying to do like what Kickstarter does, but in Latin America. And just like you said, I mean, there were some investors. There were some clubs where you can get to meet people wanting to invest in innovators, let's say it that way. But specifically, crowdfunding was a new industry that pretty much everyone was afraid of, because they say, oh, they're going to compete with banks, they're going to compete with a lot of regulations. People is not going to be able to actually adopt this technology, right? So it
Yeah.
won't be a good idea.
Hmm.
And wow, education has been quite a challenge. Not only education to our clients, right, to our people, but also to investors, to people actually in universities as well, to get these programs and to get this idea even more and more deep into society. So I can relate a lot on what you say, that it's not only the money, right, but also the culture, also the education of the
Yeah.
society as a whole. Uh, but now I want to focus that same question onto a different angle. And I would like to ask to you, in this ecosystem, which
Yeah.
are the opportunities you can find? I mean, why do you think it's still worth it to do what you're doing? What is what Nigeria has to offer to the world in terms of entrepreneurship?
Okay. So if you're asking this question based on the fact that why do I believe in what I am doing, basically, sure, that's what you're asking, right?
Yeah, I think there would be two questions on one question, right? One would be
Yeah.
that one, and the other one would be in general on your country, on the ecosystem, which would be the competitive advantages you can find that make what you do, actually sustainable and worth it, the pain, and worth it the road.
Okay. Okay. So or could I say you should rephrase the question properly? So you're going to give me two
Sure.
questions now.
Yep.
So just
Yeah.
say the first one and say the second one. Let me see. I'm going to cut it through.
Sure. Yeah. First one. Um, Why do you do what you do? What do you believe in what you do?
Okay. So first, I definitely believe in what I do because I know AI is the future. I know that with all the pain, all the stress, all the involvement in which I need to do, because practically when you are running a company with not too much finance, you need to actually know you are going to go through the process of project management, deal with the development, and do marketing, deal with designs and a lot of things. Yeah, you're going to have people in those roles, but you are going to be playing that role. So I basically believe in this because it is the future. And since artificial intelligence is still at its infant stage, I want to be part of the people that will be leading the team in this part of the world on believing on this part of technology, because I know in the nearest future things are going to change and it's going to be something that people will be more addicted to within a short period of time. So I still believe that it's simple to complex. So gradually we will get there. Gradually we will reveal the story. Gradually we would attain that particular point we want to attain.
I think I think you just answered both of the questions. I mean, because what you said at the end, it's very interesting. Because of course, I can find some big companies like Facebook, right, that at this point are actually very interested in Nigeria because they see a lot of potential in digital businesses, in programming and stuff. So just to make it clear, which do you think are the main competitive advantages that Nigeria has in terms of entrepreneurship or in terms of technology specifically?
So I would say the issue of software development. Yeah, software development is a very very strong advantage that we definitely have. And presently now, software development and just data science, these are the strong advantages that we definitely have when it comes to the issue of entrepreneurship in technology. These are the basically two strong advantages that we have.
That's amazing. How do you help, or how are you related with other entrepreneurs in your community? I mean, does your solution help other entrepreneurs? Are you part of some club or some? Do you gather frequently with other entrepreneurs? What is your relationship with the ecosystem?
So yeah, the rest of the entrepreneurs that I relate with, we majorly focus on the fact that we since we are dealing with building of artificial intelligence assistants, which
Mhm.
make up of chatbots and voice bots. Most of the time, we create these things to help them increase marketing and also increase customer satisfaction. Yeah, so the ones I relate with most of the time are always in the tech ecosystem, which might basically be focusing on building a bot for probably cryptocurrency for referrals. Yeah, also building a bot for possibly an e-commerce company that wants to ensure that customers are coming up to meet vendors. Also building a bot for also financial sectors. So these are the things that I felt that those entrepreneurs which are aiming to grow need these little technologies to actually boost their presence. And most of the time, we don't intend to collect financial takes from them. We're always concerned about probably there will be we are going to be having shares with the company, provided that we are offering our service now and we believe they can pay our service. So basically, I'm a contact, and that is actually what we try to offer them to move forward.
And are you available at this point with your service in other countries?
Yeah, I would say yes, but we have not yet launched. We just wrote a proposal with a company, and when you write proposals, you need to wait for their updates to know if you're going to move on. But in other countries, we are still trying to gain grounds. But first, we are still focusing here. But not that we can't work with other countries. Definitely, is technology, so we can reach anywhere, even from our present location. So yeah, type of
Great,
opportunity.
amazing. And we're getting to the end of the interview. Thank you, Temitope, very much.
Okay.
I would like to ask you lastly, what is your message to other entrepreneurs of the world that may be watching this interview? Any general message you would like to address to them?
Okay, yeah. So number one is you need to be ready. You need to be ready at all times because a lot of things are not going to be real, and you need to be very, very ready. Number two is that you need to be realistic. When I mean realistic, you need to you need to face life the way it is because of the challenges that are going to come along the way and going to be dragging you back, especially when you need to focus on things. And also, you need to be rugged. So when I mean rugged, these are the three hours that mostly guide me when I'm moving. You need to be very, very harsh with whatever condition. Different things happen and don't favor you, but you need to be consistent. So being ready, being realistic, and being rugged. Those are the three vital things. And lastly, I would say for my part, I don't ever joke with God because I know He actually makes everything possible. So that's it.
Wow.
So I the advice there.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much for the message, for this interview. I hope everyone that sees this piece of information feels inspired. Of course, use this chatbot and this technology that, of course, it's going to help a lot of entrepreneurs. Thanks again to Mitope, and
Thank
best
you.
regards from Mexico to Nigeria.
Yeah, same here, man. Thank you so much.
It's very nice talking to you. Thank you, everyone. Let's see ourselves in the next Entrepreneurs Capsule. Thank you very much.